how's it going? This is Ashley. I'm really excited to make this video for you. I reached out, spoke to Kenny Ann, and this is the video that I was speaking to her about. So ultimately, what I'm going to show you in this video is I'm going to go over your current website, show you what's working, show you what can be improved to ultimately benefit you and your company in the long run. I'm going to show you your biggest competitors and give you an idea of what they're doing and what they're bringing in business-wise. That way you can have an idea of how much more business you could be getting on top of course, what you already bring in. Now, I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I possibly can. I don't want to waste anyone's time, including my own. So when you are finished watching this video, reach out. I'd love to talk some more and answer any questions you may have, and we can kind of take things from there. So the first thing that I'm going to start with is your current website. Now, when it comes to having a website, it's all about how user-friendly it is, how easy it is to navigate, and to be able to cater to different types of people coming to your site for whatever reason that may be. Now, what I mean when I say that is when somebody comes to your site, they don't want to have to scroll and click and read and dig just to figure out what services you offer, let alone what areas you offer those services in. So having all that information readily available right from the beginning of your site in drop-down menus as you have them is really, really important. So A+ so far as having all of your services in drop-down menus. Now, one thing I could recommend is having all of your service areas also be in drop-down menus. That just takes the guesswork out, makes your site that much more user-friendly. And yeah, so I would definitely recommend doing that. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is different ways for people to get a hold of you for the services that you're offering. So there's a few different ways. One is click to call, which you guys currently have multiple of, which you want multiple click to call phone numbers all throughout your website. But the other thing that you guys are missing, which I would definitely recommend including, is a form submit. Somewhere right here would be perfect. But what that does is it caters to the different types of people that don't want to talk on the phone, that maybe can't talk on the phone. Whatever the case may be, we need to make sure that we're catering to every single type of people coming to your site. And as of right now, you're not. So that's definitely something else that I would recommend. The next thing I'm going to talk about is content. Now, content is considered to be king in the eyes of Google, and that is because Google can only read. So the more content you have, the better. Now, scrolling through your homepage, it's not looking too good as far as your content goes, meaning you don't have enough content to be considered an authority in the eyes of Google. So we definitely need to go get some professionally written, keyword-rich, authoritative content. You do not want just any old written content on your website that actually negatively affects you. So what we would do, if we were to work together, we would go and do competitive keyword research. Based on that research, we'd find the keywords we know are going to bring you and your company more business. And that's based on those keywords already bringing your biggest competitors business. We take those keywords, send them out to our professional content writers, and what they do is they professionally write this content about you, about your business, about, while involving all those keywords. That way people can find you. Because if you don't have the right keywords in your content, nobody's going to know that you exist. And that's kind of what's happening right now with you guys. Your content is really affecting your rankings. Now, if we come over here, I did a general search in Google, and these guys from the organic section are one of your competitors. Now, I say one of your competitors because you have multiple different competitors. Every company does, all throughout Google. So any search that I do up here, you can have a different competitor for. Say I type plumbers with an S, you can have a completely different competitor. So that's where I said we'd go do competitive keyword research, find the best ones, and we would want to outrank each of those that are in these positions. Now, to show you these guys, these are one of your biggest competitors. I'm going to show you how to beat beat these guys. If we take a look at their site, nothing crazy, nothing fancy, you know, they got their services and drop-down menus, they got their click-to-call phone number, they're a 24/7 service company. I really like this picture right from the start. They got some nice pictures. I will give that to them. Google also rewards pictures, especially pictures like these, because people want to see the actual person that's going to be coming to the house rather than stock images. So scrolling through these guys' website, we can see that they have a little bit of content, but nothing to be considered an authority. So that's great for us because they have enough to outrank you guys, but they don't have enough to be considered an authority. So once we go and we get that content that we need for you guys, we'll already be beating these guys out. So if we come back to Google, so this is the general search that I did. Now, before I break down Google for you, I'm going to show you the stats of these websites, of your website and of McNatt Plumbing website. Now, what I mean by stats, it's the back end side of your site. I have access to a program that I pay a lot for to have access to, where I'm able to see the back end stats of your website. So this is the back end stats of your site. So the DR is your backlink profile. So you have 471 backlinks, but they're only giving you a 7 rating. This number goes all the way up to a 100. That tells me the backlinks you have are not doing too much for you and they could be negatively affecting you. That's why we want the most relevant backlinks for the most effectiveness. Now your UR is how trustworthy or legit Google looks at your site. This number also goes up to 100. Your guys' is only rated a 13. Now, because of all this, you are only being found for 1,000 keywords. And because of all that, you're only getting 289 people to your site per month. Now, when I say that, you may be thinking, oh, that's a lot. It is a lot, especially for some companies. But in comparison to your competitors, you guys should be getting double, triple this. And you'll understand when I show you their stats here in a minute. So if we come over and take a look at their stats, we can see their stats are no better. But look at this. They're getting 913 people to their site each and every month. Keep in mind, this is a per month number. This is all traffic that you could be getting. Now, if we take a look exactly where they are getting this business from, we take a look at those keywords that I was talking about earlier. Now, Plumbers Tampa, 860 people are searching that each and every month. And they're getting 256 of them to their site. Plumber Tampa is being searched 360 times and they're getting 91. Now, if we go and take a look at your keywords and the keywords that you're being found for, you don't have any what are called buyer intent keywords. This guy has buyer intent keywords, meaning there is a service, a specific service in an exact city and state that people are looking for. You don't have any of those. Yours are all, you must have a blog on your site or something. Do you have a blog? Yeah. So your business is not actual business. It's not the type of business that converts into a paying customer. It is all traffic from that blog where people are just wanting to know how to unclog a garbage disposal with standing water or gas line, how to unclog a garbage disposal, that you don't have much buyer intent keywords, and that's definitely an issue. And that's why that business, I'm sure you're shocked. You're like, wow, I should be getting way more calls or way more submits than what I'm getting. That's because it's not actual converting traffic. So that is that. Now, to break down Google for you really quick, just because I want you to have an understanding of Google and how Google works, Google's broken down into 3 different sections. There's the Google Guaranteed Ads, as you can see. Now, in order to get ranked in this position, you first need to apply. You need to go through a background check. Now, different people do different things in Google, just like with your website. Some people call, some people message. Same thing with Google. Some people strictly come to the Google guaranteed section. Other people go to the organic section. Whatever the case may be, if we get you in each of those spots, you have the highest odds to be chosen. Now, this next section of Google is the Google My Business section, which again is a very important section to want to be in. And as we can see, you're currently not ranked here. So what we'd want to do is go and get you listed in different directories using citations. Another way to get ranked in this area is geotagging your pictures. Reviews is another way. So there's a few ways to get ranked in this section, and I would definitely recommend doing that. Now, this last section of Google is the organic section. You are on the 4th page of Google. That is where I found you. Nobody's going to the 4th page of Google. If you're not on this first page, you're not maximizing your traffic to its fullest potential. So in order to get in this section here, it requires having those relevant backlinks that I was talking about earlier. So that is all that I have for you. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful and informative. Reach out. I'd love to talk some more, and I hope you have a great night. Bye, Ryan.